I regularly have to tell people, look, we can't do that. Now,
They're seriously trying to bring that kind of cash to the
oh, yeah.
table.
Oh,
I mean,
all,
I have people
all
ask
the
me
time.
that too, but
All
I've
the
never
time.
got the impression that they were trying to bring cash.
We've figured out ways to get around it. This is the best offer I'm going to give. Take your cash.
Hector needs to listen to
You
this.
ready? Okay, Hector. Look. First, you break the wall in your bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you get the cash.
Yeah.
Okay. And you bring that to the bank, to my bank, and my bank is then going to tell me, hey, guess what? He brought $100,000 and he deposited it into your escrow account. You are good to go. And so that is a way where you could bring cash to a closing. I mean, in theory, but basically you could take money, deposit it into an escrow account that a bank is going to make sure is legitimate, and then we can proceed with that transaction. I am unaware of any issues with I mean, if somebody wants to put cash in my account, my bank clears it, well then good to go.
I mean, Pastor Juski will come up with our money.
Wait, you don't really? You're not? Are you a pastor?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Do you have cash
that-
in the wall of your bathroom?
No.
That really happened to me, and the guy happened
Okay.
to be a pastor.
Yeah, it might be Juski. It was probably Juski.
Did you see that skit? That was
Yeah,
hilarious.
that was funny.
Yeah. So,
So answer this, Peter. What do you have any issues that are unique to Louisiana title wise?
Louisiana is unique because of the civil law that I was talking about. I think that out of state people are a little nervous whenever they're dealing with Louisiana because we have terms like usufruct or naked owners or succession, instead of probate, life estate, and these are other common law terms. So I think that what I find is there's a lot of title mistakes that are made in Louisiana by out of state, let's say big banks or big actors. And when we call them and we tell them like, hey, your title is messed up. You did this wrong. They don't understand why, because it worked everywhere else. Why not in Louisiana?
Yeah, because don't we have like laws in Louisiana that like haven't been changed since like what the Louisiana Purchase? Like,
Yeah, we got the Napoleonic Code, and we actually have more in common with the world, okay, with how the rest of the world practices law, but less in common with states, which is kind of interesting. So it's not as crazy as you think. The rest of the world's got generally like similar.
well, the U.S. thought it was crazy, right?
That's right,
Louisiana,
that's right.
like, nah, we're good.
No, we're doing our own thing, but it's kind of nice. I mean, I guess in one hand, if you're a Louisiana attorney practicing law in Louisiana or authorized to practice law here, you got to go take the bar, and I guess I don't want to say you're stuck here, but you got your niche, and then if you're an out of state person, it's probably real intimidating to want to go practice in Louisiana. Like, I got to go learn this whole new vocabulary. So I like it. When I'm talking to out of state attorneys, I can just tell, even like the real cocky ones, they don't know what's going on down here. So they kind of back off a little bit. It's nice, like they can't.
Louisiana's like its own little
showing
bubble.
off like, where I'm from, man. I'm from Louisiana. That's what like that.
You don't know what it's like down here. So it's cool. It's unique. Like, it's fun being different.
Yeah, but I hear like hurricane and flooding, in Louisiana. What is like, I want to say the complicated property ownership due to this?
They had a recent, I say recent, there are a few special provisions in law. There's been changes made since Hurricane Katrina and Rita that have allowed for easier transfer of real estate because of so many people that left the state and didn't come back, and property that was just destroyed and just sitting there. So there are legislative changes that take place to make the transfer of real estate easier for when catastrophes happen, like hurricane.
Yeah.
So we kind of run into that a little bit, but I mean there are measures in place to try to make it easier.
I think that kind of goes into the next segment too. And when you talk about what should new homeowners know about buying property in Louisiana, I think the biggest thing is what flood, right?
Yeah, I mean flood insurance. Yeah, there's this misconception that some people will say I'm not in a flood zone. Well, everybody's in a flood zone, but some are preferred and some are not. And if you're in an unpreferred flood zone, you're going to pay more for flood insurance. Now, you don't have to get flood insurance, but a lender is not going to loan you money if you're in one of those unpreferred flood zones without mandating that you get it. Obviously, homeowners insurance is recommended. It's going to be required if a lender is involved. Flood insurance is only going to be required if you're in one of those unpreferred flood zones. And then if you're a new homeowner, there's something called homestead exemption. You get a break on your property taxes. The threshold is $75,000. So basically, if your property, let's say, is worth $100,000, then what you do is you take $75,000. You get to subtract $75,000 from the value of your property, which leaves $25,000, and then you multiply that by a percentage of the millage where you're located, and that establishes your parish property tax bill. There's also other exemptions. They have disabled veterans, like tax advantages. They have a senior freeze. And I think relatively recently there was something passed where if you're a first responder, you get, I think, some tax breaks on your property taxes.
Aren't you a first responder?
You first responder? I'm pretty sure that you get some type of property tax advantage.
I mean, if you ask my job, it would tell you yes. But if you ask me no, I'll tell you no.
I don't know what qualifies. I immediately think of police officer.
I mean,
I consider
fireman.
myself a first responder.
First responder.
A million calls, I'm probably the first to
I
respond.
don't know if moms, they should count. But
Take
I'd
me
have to
on
check
wheel.
the statute.
if we're going like that, yeah, I'm a first responder. If we gonna
Yeah, I
save me
figured
on
you'd
tax.
come up with something.